Welcome back. This is part 3. I completely forgot to make an intro, so now I'm making it. Throughout this time, I know we have been focused on getting the intake off, and then obviously trying to get down to the nitty-gritty of getting that subframe drop. Well, in this video, you're going to see that. You're going to see me dropping the subframe. You're going to see me removing the transmission. Everything involved is on this video. The next video will be the process of me cleaning everything up and trying to reassemble it. We're going to go ahead and get started on it. And if you have any questions, drop them down below in the comments. Any concerns, drop them down below in the comments. I know I'm not doing everything perfect, but at the end of the day, getting this car up and running and ready to go is what I want to do, so I can go ahead and sell it. All right. All right. It's pretty nasty on this side, but it's all taken out. Okay, so it's another day. I left off with getting the subframe assembly out. I'm actually letting it air out of the garage. I left my Harbor Freight compressor on overnight. And yeah, smoked out the garage. So at this point, I'm gonna let it air out, and then we're gonna get started on getting the transmission removed. There's really not much more that I have to do. There's that shift bracket I still have to disconnect. I think some transmission lines as well, and then that's it. Oh, and the torque converter bolts. Once that's all done, should be ready to just put a transmission jack underneath it, unbolt, and pull it out. This is the subframe assembly. So you can see where that major power steering leak was. All the belt remnants is left there as well. I'll be replacing that mount, the mount back there, and this mount here. But the only other thing I really had to do, I had to disconnect the sway bar link just so I could get more room to spread that strut out further to pass this fender. And then I just kind of tweaked it around the corner and got the other side out. This sway bar link, however, where is it? This sway bar link snapped. It broke. But, I mean, as you can see, it was already on its way out. It's pretty bad. Same thing, tie rod. It's bad. So, I'll have to go through this and... I'll probably end up just biting the bullet and buying a kit offline to get it done since it's already out. Everything underneath is gone, so should be able to just remove the torque converter bolts, remove that bracket, that transmission bracket up top for the shift cable, and then disconnect the transmission lines, and we should be able to just take it out, but we'll see. Alright, 3 torque converter bolts done. You can see this motor mount. I'm just gonna grab it from the back side. That thing is shot. It's about to just, I could probably just keep forcing it and break it completely. I'm debating on whether I should do an oil pan gasket and the transmission pan filter and gasket. Being that the oil leak is above the oil pan, I'm probably not gonna do it. I think that's most of it. I've got to get the neutral safety switch unplugged, but I was having issues with doing it earlier, and then I forgot to follow up and finish it because the connector, I couldn't figure out how to get the connector off, so I was just gonna get to it later. Well, I forgot to get to it, and because I took that subframe off and the motor mounts off, this motor's kind of shifted with the trans a little bit, and so where the connector is, I would have to put some pressure to move this over enough to try and mess with that connector to get it off. So what I'm thinking is disconnect the transmission, have it on the jack, and then I should be able to hopefully get it low enough to try and disconnect it then. Transmission's out. But there we go. You can kind of tell it's dry up top, really wet down below. So I forgot to tell you guys, when I bought this car, I told you guys that, you know, I brought a scanner with me to make sure, and, you know, I could tell they cleared their codes because there was a stored code, but also their, you know, the IM monitors weren't ready. So obviously they cleared it beforehand, disconnected the battery, whatever. Well, I noticed an oil leak, and oil leaks don't bother me that much. Again, I told you I just check oil, fill it up. It's not that big of a deal as long as you check your oil. Well, I got home, and when I was working on this transmission solenoid over here, when I had to take the cover off, I noticed that there was a sock shoved up in between the engine and trans where this rear main is. So I'm assuming those people shoved a sock up there to try and soak up as much oil as possible so nobody would notice the leak, which obviously didn't work. But you can definitely see that light color, that's all fresh oil, but it is a steady leak. So I'm going to go ahead and take that flex plate off and then get to that seal. Oh yeah, you can tell it's coming right from in between there. I can see all the oil right here. I know it's like a crap, but I don't know. I might do an oil paint gasket if I'm down here. Just hate putting more money into it, but it is what it is. Ridiculous. The thing is just crumbling into pieces. It's like hard plastic now. Alright, so I got the transmission out. I had forgotten the bolt. And I was like, man, why is it taking so long to come out? And there was a bracket that was bolted up back here that I had to remove a bolt on. But once I got that bolt out, it came apart fine. But got that disconnected. You saw, but I had the rear main seal. I removed that. That thing was crumbling. It was almost like plastic, so it was definitely old. Needed to be changed. So on the next video, I'll go ahead and install that rear main seal and then just reverse back. I might do an oil pan gasket on it. If that is the case, you'll see that as well. And then I'll most likely do a filter and transmission fluid, some new fluid, while I'm servicing it. I'll go ahead and start assembling the top end, and then I'll figure out what's next. Obviously, my suspension, steering, it's pretty bad, and it's gonna need new struts. Motor mounts are terrible. Luckily, I already bought those, but those are really bad. I mean, you could literally just break the middle out if you just pull it. I need to get tie rods, for sure the outers. I don't know how the inners are doing, if those are okay. I might just do outers. Control arms, I need to look at. I'm assuming the bushings on the control arms themselves are bad. The ball joints, I'm not too sure of. I haven't looked at them yet, but I'll get that together and figure out what I'm gonna do next. However, this is just that part. So, like I said, stay tuned for the next video, and we'll start putting a lot of that back together and go from there.